So Adi, it's great to discuss with you again about some of the projects that you're working on.
Hmm.
We've seen your team work very hard
Yeah.
to deliver outstanding results here. So when it comes to Ascendi Capital and some of the offerings that you're building here, who is it for, and who are some of the people that you've worked with, and the stockholders, the investors that you've worked with, who is it ideally for?
Primarily, we work with accredited investors. Those are our main targets. So, accredited investor upward, and definition of
Yeah.
what the SEC, or what you call SEC, call accredited investor. According to that definition, those are target audience for our offerings. From accredited investors to high net worth individuals to institutional investors. Those are the primary targets.
Okay, no, understood. And so we noticed that you seem to put a lot of effort when it comes to wealth preservation
Yeah.
and preservation of wealth. How did you do that, and why is that important to you right now?
I've seen a lot of people, invest in shiny objects, primarily because I'm not trying to cast aspersion on some of the financial advisors out there. So they just advise them on 60/40 equity in public securities and debt. And in most cases, people lose their money overnight, especially in stock markets, because they have no control.
Hmm.
But if you're investing in a private transaction, for instance, in real estate or in power, something in the private market, there's a bit of control as to what happens to that asset. You might be a limited partner, but if your investors pool is no more than on a deal, no more than, let's say, 10 or 15, even that's a large number. But there's a bit of control as to what happened to that property. There's regular report to your investors, so they know what's going on. Keeping them updated, and as security has been a product has been what do you call it now? Is being properly regulated. So we try as much as possible to ensure that our investors' money or capital is preserved in whatever it is. That's the primary goal for us. Of course, we're looking at you know adequate return, but we're not looking for overnight return. We look at long-term play, which is why capital preservation is very important, because that's the only way you can build generational wealth. Because for me, it's all about simplicity. You know, People understand real estate. People understand real asset. They know that their money can't just disappear overnight. If you invest in real estate, you can point to the property. I can point to it's just paper. If you invest in stock market, for instance, I'm not against people that invest in the stock market. I'm just talking about what I love, and that's real assets. And I try as much as possible to explain how we're gonna get there. This is what we want to do, and this kind of asset we put in. So we don't say we're gonna do A and we do B. We focus on A. If you have issues along the way, we'll tell them, let them know that we're having issues, but we're not going to move from A to B because we promised them A. So it's about integrity. It's about transparency. It's about alignment of interest.
Yeah.
Because we believe that if we are saying that you put your money somewhere, we should be able to put our money in that deal as well. So that's that alignment of interest, and I think those are the key things that people look out for, and our investors decide, okay, yeah, we're going to partner with Ascendi, we're going to partner with Ade and his team. I think that was it. It's
No.
about alignment of interest, about integrity, honesty, being open about everything. No bullshit. Make it simple.